Guys, tonight, unfortunately, I am going to stream this while hiding from you because I am kind of running late already to go to bed and get ready for my day tomorrow, but I wanted to put something out. And this is a topic that I have been wanting to get to for a long time. I'm sort of going to breeze through it and just give you the main point of it, which to me, it never ceases to amaze me. But I'm going to share two instances. The first instance that I have of people being timid about discussing their body situations is when I was starting. Matter of fact, it was like a year into my job. I had this young girl. She was definitely like college aged or something, maybe just turned 18 or something, but she was really young and she was by herself. And I remember that over the course of months, she was actually a regular at the store. And, I would recognize her and whatnot. And one day, she comes up to me and she's like really, really, really like shy. She goes like, "Do you have an organic laxative?" And I'm like, "I'm sorry, what?" And then she goes like, "Do you happen to have a laxative that's organic?" And I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely. I believe that in our pharmacy department, they would have such a thing. I would recommend that you go over there to the counter and ask them because more than likely there will be someone staffing the area who can assist you better than I possibly could because I'm stuck to this register and there's also not a way for me to like call someone over to help you. I would have to find someone who is either wired or is a manager of some sort to help you and just pretty much if you can just make it to the department, you'll be taken care of. But then the moment that happened, I was like, I'm such a terrible person, but I'm definitely going to spread the word about this with my colleagues because what are you so shy about? Don't don't hide it. We all got problems. It's I. If you're backed up, we got you covered. We'll find you a product to help you. But like I guess it's me. At some point, I wanted to be in the medical field, so this type of conversation doesn't bother me. But I just wonder why some people have to be so timid about things, so tabooish about it. It's not like you need to be walking around in public going like, you know, I am constipated, so therefore I need to get me a laxative. Nobody does that, right? But if you need help with something, you don't need to hide it. You know how many people suffer from that and they don't even realize it or they don't want to admit it and they don't even want to try to get a remedy for it. So just speak up because if I have to ask you to repeat yourself, you're not doing yourself any favors. You're trying to be discreet, but at the same time, I'm having to force you to speak up because I can't hear you. And if you had enough confidence to show up to the place to get your product, then you might as well just be confident about speaking in your normal volume about it? And I don't think that there were that many people hanging out at the time. It was like a slow evening because I had time to go immediately to a colleague and tell them about what just happened to me. So it's not like we were busy and therefore, you don't want to make your business public. But just go ahead and be confident about the issues that you have. You don't have to get graphic, but just be straightforward about it. No need to be so shy about it. And then the next thing, this is definitely my most terrible experience, and it's my most recent. It's as recent as probably maybe a month ago now. But this one morning, it was slow. The phone rings. I answer it. And it's this person who says, "Do you sell the cup?" And I'm like, "I'm sorry, what kind of cup are you looking for?" She's like, "The cup." And I'm like, Yeah, we have different kinds. We have glass cups, we have plastic cups, reusable cups. And she's like, no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about this one cup for menstruation. This other store told me that you carry it. And I'm like, oh, a feminine cup. Just like the word that you used, menstrual cup. That's all you had to say. See how amazing it is when you speak clearly, when you speak in complete thoughts, and you do not leave anything hidden, when you express yourself with detail, information that is useful is supplied right at the beginning. Amazing, isn't it? But seriously, that I shortened the episode, but that went on for about 2 minutes. Like I kept asking, having to drag that information out of her. And she was like, "Yeah, I'm looking for this cup that is supposed to hold your blood when you get your period." And I'm like, "I believe that it is called, I forget the name of it now, but it's like Luminary. They have a purple version of it, and then there's another one called the Diva Cup." And then I'm like, "Yes, I am certain that we carry that." And then she goes, "How do you use that?" And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I am so through with you. I'm not in the mood for you anymore. I'm just going to connect you with the pharmacy department so that they can deal with you because I'm just not in the mood to deal with you. So, of course, I connect them or connect her with the pharmacy. And then, of course, later I go up to those folks and I'm like, huh, like hours later, I'm like, huh, so do you mind telling me how that conversation went? And of course, we were just shredding this person because, you know, uh, why did you have to be so vague about it? First of all, you're not here. We can't see you. We cannot identify you. We don't know who you are. So if you're timid about it, this is as most protected as you get. You could not have it any better right now. But also, this is what I was telling my manager. If you're not confident enough to have a conversation about your body and the things that you need, maybe, just maybe, you should not be consuming this. And the whole reason I had to forward them to the pharmacy department was because they were requesting info on how this thing is used. So you probably heard someone say, "Oh, I used a cup and it holds your blood for long periods of time." But you don't have any idea what the dangers are, what the reactions to it are that you can have. You if you're allergic to the ingredients, that can have consequences. You probably don't know how long you can keep this cup inside of you for. You don't know if this is going to be a comfortable experience for you, an uncomfortable experience for you. Like, are you even equipped for using this? Because let me tell you, the first thing you need to know is that you need to have a lubricant readily available, because this thing is supposed to be made out of silicone and it can get uncomfortable up in there. So I don't know if you have bothered to do any research ahead of time, but hopefully the folks at the pharmacy were able to tell you that. But at the same time, if they don't, it is your responsibility to find out. It is possible that the box includes those details. I'm not sure. I have never read up on it because I don't have any intention of using it. But, you know, first of all, you don't even have enough confidence to call it what it is up front. And now you're trying to use it. Why? Like, you know nothing about it, and you're only now trying to begin to find out about it, but you're not going to the best sources to find out this info. I think online should be your first go-to place so that you can examine your options and why people do this, and then possibly consult your doctor and then maybe go for it. But but you just want to find out the hard way. At least you asked as opposed to buying it and possibly getting injured and then trying to blame us that you got hurt because you didn't read the box. But you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not confident enough about having body discussions, just do not try to do stuff to your body and just use like third party sources as your guidance because you're going to have a very miserable time in this world. So you need to learn to establish this conversation with like your family and then your doctor, or maybe vice versa if you're not confident with your family, which I don't know why you wouldn't be, but maybe go to the doctor and then they can help you because they have to keep everything confidential from what I gather. But but yeah, you guys, those are some things that I have encountered. And the reason I put this out there is because I am eager to hear any stories that you guys might have out there of people who simply were too shy about discussing body things and you wonder why they're so tabooish about it. Why are you so embarrassed about it? What makes you so shy about something that's so natural? When did we become so detached with our bodies but also having a discussion about it? I'm really curious to know. I really want to know because this is the type of thing that just helps keep me aware of just how good I have it right now, that I am not like that. And anyway, I just want to hear stories. I am so eager to hear stories. I don't know why. Maybe because I find it highly amusing and entertaining. But at the same time, I can also understand to some extent why you wouldn't feel like discussing this stuff, especially with strangers, how it can get awkward. But if you need help, just seek it and be clear about it because sometimes you just waste other people's time and then that makes us less likely to want to help you. Be confident in everything that you do, everything that you ask, everything that you discuss. Allow yourself to be taught. That's all I'm saying. But if you're going to approach things with like this extreme view of being timid, it's crazy. The second person who who was asking the info about how is the cup used, how does it work? All right, you're looking for information, you want to be taught, but like don't be timid about calling this item what it is because it was getting ridiculous. I wasted 2, 3 minutes trying to drag it out of you. And somehow you expected for me to know what you were talking about, and you had an attitude with me, telling me, that cup that is for menstruation. Had you said that in the beginning, like, hello, I am calling because I wanted to find out if you guys carry a cup intended for menstrual fluid retention or something, I would have been like, yes, we do. These are the options we have. And then you would have said, could I possibly get some instruction on it? And I would have been like, sure, I will connect you with the corresponding department so that they can further assist you. Boom! That would have taken 30 seconds at most. And maybe you were interfering with someone who needed to be on the phone with legitimate questions. But anyways, you guys, that's my story for right now. Those are my stories. Let me know if you have any stories like this or what has blown your mind that maybe you have witnessed or someone told you about. I don't care. I want to hear some stories. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you soon.